Okay, money gets bored. And so therefore I'm taking all of my Medicare money for next year and automatically putting it towards this $32,700 in debt. So I assume with the new business I got and the like plans that I moved in January, I should receive a check for about $6,000 from all the carriers. That money is going directly into the debts. And then each month from some of the renewals that I should have at least $750 a month. All of that money is going to be moved directly into the debt. I was not going to do any vlogging because the couple of vlogs that I do have posted, it takes a lot of work to not only shoot but also to edit to only get 10 or 12 views. And it dawned on me, Renata, who cares how many views you're getting now? Because at some point you're going to have a great deal of people following you, and that's when people are actually going to care, and that's when your vlogs are going to be more important and more people are going to watch. But that's not the time to start actually doing the vlogs. I need to put the reps in now. And so I actually follow a couple of people already on YouTube, like Candidly Claudia, and she's just starting out and she's doing her semaglutide or Ozempic journey. And I think it's phenomenal. Like, her videos are not all that great and they're not all that edited, but it is raw and I love it. And every time she drops something, I watch it from beginning to end. And it's all because she's got to put the reps in now. So that's what I'm trying to do. So today is Saturday, December the 28th. It's about 12:15, and I don't really have any place to go other than CVS to pick up some pictures for my vision board. And so I decided, why not put on some makeup, put on something cute, because when I get back, I think I'm also going to record a couple of Medicare videos because I actually feel in the mood today. And so I just wanted to get on and just say that I'm going to start vlogging, and whether 2 people watch, 10 people watch, I don't really care. I'm just trying to put those reps in, get the editing in, so that when I do get to the point where people are watching and they want to know what I'm doing, my videos will look great, and I'll already have put the reps in to make sure that they are. I'm going to put on some flat shoes. However, I have not gotten a pedicure in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And so the toenail on my little toe is too long, and therefore it is messing with the side of the flat shoe. So I decided, why don't I just put on my Sarah Blake sneaks today? I only got one errand to run, but shoot, who says I got to be going someplace spectacular to wear my new sneaks? So I'm going to put them on. So let me show you what they look like. So here are the sneaks, and I absolutely love them. They are the Icon, and they're in the oyster color. And so I'll put them up here so you can see a little bit. Yeah. I love this shoe because it feels like a sneaker. It doesn't, I'm not gonna say it feels totally like a sneaker, but it does not feel like a stiletto heel. Okay, so I'm able to walk in these. All right, so all we're gonna do right now is just gonna go to CVS, pick up these pictures. Oh, before we go, I wanna show you my vision board. So I am creating a vision board for 2025, and I'm creating a vision book to go along with it. And so I started last night, which was Friday, and it is the very first thing I did was I wrote a letter to myself. And so here is, it says a letter to myself 2025. And so I did that first. And on the back is where I wrote the entire letter. Okay. And the reason I did that is because I needed the letter to put me in the headspace of what do I really want to do in 2025? Where do I actually see myself in 2025? So I'll just read you the first 2 lines. And it just says, "Dear Bernarda, I am so proud to know that I have gotten back to my goal weight. I am back toned and looking like the work I put in at the gym. I started out at 188.1 pounds, and now I'm at a solid 155 pounds. So that's how it opened up. I see myself in 2025 shedding the weight, okay? And so I put where I weighed in yesterday at the gym and where I want to be, which is 155 pounds, and I want that in 2025. Okay, then I break up the book into different sections. So this first section is finances, okay? And this is my personal finances, not necessarily my business, because it's going to have its own section. What I did differently this year is I put a goal And then I also put a plan. And so this particular goal is I want to pay off $32,700 in some debt. And it's credit cards, and it's 2 credit cards and a loan. And it's equal to $32,700. And then I wrote out what those loans were, what the payoff was. I looked them up last night, so I know those amounts are correct. And then what I wanted to do is, what is the plan? When do I want to have them paid off by? I want them paid off by the end of July. How am I going to do that? And I want it paid off with extra money, not money that I'm already getting from my salary or distributions. I want it paid from me hustling and doing something else in order to get it. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my Medicare money that I make as a Medicare agent. Usually that money goes into my bank account, and I'll be completely honest, I have no clue where it goes. It falls in, I just go shop, I go to Publix, I go wherever, and I just buy it. It really doesn't phase me. It's not a whole lot of money each month because I didn't have a lot of people on my books as renewals, because I moved a bunch of those folks last year to a like plan. So whenever you do that, you get one lump sum payment in January, and then everybody who you didn't move, you keep, and you get like $25 a month. So this year for 2024, I didn't have a lot of huge payments that come in each month. It'd be like Humana paid me $127 last week. I spent that at Publix. And then, so therefore, whenever I'm doing it that way, I don't have to worry about, right now, that money's just going to nowhere. It has no plan. And if you do not have a plan where your money should actually go, and you just have it sitting, or you don't have a plan for it, it will find something to do. Okay. Money gets bored. And so therefore, I'm taking all of my Medicare money for next year and automatically putting it towards this $32,700 in debt. So I assume with the new business I got and the like plans that I moved in January, I should receive a check for about $6,000 from all the carriers. That money is going directly into the debt. And then each month from some of the renewals that I should have at least $750 a month. All of that money is going to be moved directly into the debt. So I already know every time I get paid from a Medicare carrier, that money is automatically to move into one of these 1, 2, 3, 4 debts. Okay. So it's actually 1 department store credit card, 2 Capital One credit cards, and a loan. So all of that stuff is going to be paid off by end of July 31st. Well, when I add all that up, that's only about $11,150 from January to July that's coming from Medicare money. So that leaves me with another $21,550 that I need to earn elsewhere if I want to pay this debt off by the end of July and not use any other monies that I've already got coming in. So with that being said, I am launching a business coaching service. And so as a part of that service, I want it to be affordable. This is not something that I am going to get super rich off of. Okay. It's not what I'm setting out to do. I really want to use it as a ministry and to change and impact lives. But I also want to get paid for doing the work. All right. So I was thinking to myself, I came up with all these packages. I even launched a free masterclass a couple of weeks ago. I threw out an offer out there, but I don't want to do that offer. It had a low ticket option. It had a mid ticket option. It had a high ticket option, which you should do whenever you're promoting products and services. And so you could come to like the master classes each month. I was going to do 2 a month at $97. Or you could do more one-on-one group coaching at $197. Or you could do an actual full-on one-on-one coaching, just me and you with so many hours a month for $497 a month. I don't want to do that. I want to just do something that is straight, simple, and easy. And entrepreneurship can be very lonely. And so I'm thinking of creating it into a community. And the way you create a community is by membership. And I want the membership to be something that is affordable, yet you have some kind of skin in the game. So if I did it for $27, you're not going to show up. That's not that much of a money for you to do anything with. It's not worth my time, probably not worth your time. So what I'm going to do is the community is going to be a $97 per month membership. And in that membership, what you're going to get is you're going to get access to other business owners such as myself. You're also going to get access to the students that's in the class that may just be starting. Those folks may have services like they're developing websites. They may be SEO experts. They may be marketers, photographers, whatever the case may be. You may also be able to leverage what they have to help incorporate into your business. So I really, really, really am excited about this opportunity and this venture. All right. So as I'm going through that journey, I know I'm going to be able to change and impact a lot of lives. But I also want, and I think vlogging is pretty cool. Who doesn't think it's pretty cool? And I like watching some of the vloggers. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in the reps now to actually get ready for Who knows? Might be 2025, might be 2026, might be 2027. That's not going to be in my vision board. My vision board is not going to have anything in it related to having whatever for vlogs. I am going to have a section where I do want to reach monetization for YouTube in 2025. I will put that out there. That is a goal I have of mine, to get the watch hours and the subscribers to be monetized on YouTube. But that is because I want to bring so much value that it actually just naturally and organically comes. Not that I'm actually shooting and setting out to say, hey, what can I do to get 1,000 subscribers? My goal is, what can I do to provide value to the small business and entrepreneurial community that makes them flock to my channel to want to watch my free videos, to get value from what I'm posting on YouTube, maybe even join my membership, and then that automatically and organically leads me into being monetized on YouTube. Okay, so that's enough for right now. I am going to go to CVS and pick up my pictures that I need for my vision board. I just took some pictures of myself that I already had in my camera, and my some old footage, and I'm just going to have those printed so that I can put them into the vision board so that I can actually relate to some of these things. And other than that, that is it for this part. So let's go to CVS. While I was driving to the store, I would talk more about my vision board and why I think it's very important for you to actually have a vision board. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain. There's another scripture that says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. So I think it's very important for you to know where your life is actually going. And so one of the reasons why I think it's very important to have a vision board is because it's also inspiring. Now, last night, I will say, after I did all of what I did for my vision board, I kind of felt, I felt sad in a way. And I don't know if sad's the right word, or defeated, because some of the things that I had put on my board, I thought I should have accomplished already. I'm sick of talking about the same debt over and over and over and over again. I'm sick of trying to lose the same 30 pounds over and over and over and over again. So I will just caution you, when you start to do those things, don't let that overtake what you actually really want to do and what you set out to do. Just know that that's a part of the process, and just know and applaud yourself that just because it's always been that way in the past and you haven't been able to get around it, that doesn't have to be your future. And the mere fact that you actually felt some type of emotion from it, the fact that you know that that's how it's been in the past, but you are committed for it not to be like that in the future, I think that is a step in the right direction. And I got some trash in here I need to get out. It's got stuff everywhere. So I think that is a step in the right direction, and you shouldn't feel defeated. You should just feel empowered. But just do know, whenever you do those type things, it's very possible that you might not feel as happy-go-lucky as you think and joyful as you think. And it can be exhausting, especially for you to sit there and do it like I did last night and write out a full letter to yourself of what you look at your higher self or yourself next year to actually look like after you've accomplished your goals. That part was fun, and you can really get lost in it, especially depending on what your imagination is. And so that part was really fun, but I just want you to know that it can be a little depressing and sad. So what are some things that you actually want to put in your vision board? And so we talked about it briefly earlier. You want to put things in that have goals that you can tie to it. And so in the past, I would just put a black Escalade and a house at the lake and a nice kitchen with granite countertops, and the whole kitchen's white. This year it's going to be with black cabinets, all that kind of stuff that you put on there. But I didn't have the plan tied to it. Renata, how are you going to get the credit score? How are you going to get the down payment? How are you going to save up for the furniture and all that kind of stuff? How are you going to do all of that? I didn't have a plan in place for it. So it was more like wishful thinking. Now, not that that's bad from a manifestation point, because you do need to have things on there that you actually want to achieve. But I don't want to just just keep putting things on a board that I'm not working towards. And so that's why this year I wanted to be very laser focused on how are you actually planning to get there. Fitness journey is a good one. Another good one. Yesterday I actually hired a personal trainer again. I am super excited. I think she has a lot of qualities from my old personal trainer, and I'm looking forward to it. So she's giving me my diet plan, she's giving me my workout plan, and I'm not gonna call any of this diet, I'm calling all this lifestyle changes. And I really feel like I am focused and ready to embark upon this journey. I know what it takes from a mindset standpoint, because I used to do very well in the gym and very well with my weight, and then it just stopped once I quit working out and all that good stuff and just started eating crazy, and those habits just continue to come on, and those bad habits are hard to break, but I really feel like I'm focused now. And then I'll talk on another video about how I really feel like God has delivered me from my love of alcohol. And not that I'm not going to ever drink again, but I feel that the Lord has rescued me and delivered me to the point where I don't have to drink wine and Prosecco and stuff at my house every day. Today is Saturday, and I have not had a drink since last Saturday night. And I have gone 7 days before without alcohol. It was hard. And it ain't been many times in the past 4 years. However, this time I didn't want it. And this time it was Christmas, fell on in the middle of the week. And so Sean had asked me, did I want alcohol one day? And I was like, no, I don't want anything. I'd rather go to the gym. I just got tired of being stagnant. 2024 was not a bad year. It's just the sheer fact that a lot of things just stayed the same. And so it's not that 2024 wasn't positive, because I had some wins in 2024 and then I had some losses, but they just all kind of balanced out. And next year, I really want to take it to the next level. And I think that's very important. And in order for me to do that, I have got to have clear set goals, and my vision board is going to help me with that. So we have arrived at CVS. Let's go see if my photos are ready. All right, so we got our pictures out of CVS. Let's see what they look like. I could have recentered that one better. But that's a Christmas photo of me and my sister and my mom when we were in Caesars last week. And so I have this new thing at the house that has it's like a ladder with pictures in it. And so I'm starting to collect 5x7s that I want to put in it once we take the Christmas tree down. And then the rest of these are just photos that I got in wallet size prints, so that I can put them on my actual vision board. So I think they turned out nicely. I really like this one, because it shows like a celebration. So I want to make sure that that goes up. This is me in my custom suit that I got in 2024. Me at the hooding ceremony. Me again drinking a glass of Prosecco, making it look like it's very celebratory. Red, white, and blue for Medicare. Gotta have that. Just some other photos here. This one just to show off the disruptive thinker portion of it. Me drinking out of my favorite mug, which says enjoy the journey. And this one I just took yesterday to go with the video grow your business. So I developed a business owner planner that I'm giving away as a freebie, and so this is going to be a part of the thumbnail. And you download the planner for free, and then in order to know how to use it and to have some tips on it, I actually have a YouTube video that goes with it. So this is what I printed out because I liked it. So we got all our pictures that we need. I tell you, I done got out here and I'm like, man, do I really just want to go back home? I don't have any place else I need to go. Like, I really, really don't. And if I go out, it's just going to spend money that I don't need to spend. I was going to go to DSW and see if I could find me some sneakers, but I don't really feel like doing that. I hate shopping for shoes, okay? I can't stand it. So I got some Brooks that I actually like, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I ordered those off of Amazon. So I may just see if Amazon still has those shoes, and I'll just order me another pair. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't really feel like peopling today, and so I'm just going to take this opportunity of having this makeup and everything done and just use that to go home and record some YouTube videos for my Medicare channel. So let's just take it on back to the house. just to show you how the vision board's already making a difference. Normally, I'm all dressed up. I would have just gone to the bistro and just got me a Cobb salad with some fried calamari and had 2 glasses of Sauvignon Blanc. I don't want to do that. The Cobb salad sounds great. Calamari, not so much. Sauvignon Blanc, believe it or not, y'all, it actually does not sound tempting to me at all. However, I'm not going to push my luck and just go in there and sit, because old environments sometimes can trigger the old habits that went with it. So I'm just going to go home. I've got enough stuff there to make a salad with, and so I'll probably do that. Now, the other thing I'm doing is Optavia, and Optavia has different meal replacements. I'm going to call it meal replacements. So they have different kinds of food that you can eat, but the whole plan is for you to eat 6 meals a day. And so you eat 5 things that are called fuelings, and then you eat 1 lean and green meal. Now that I'm working out and lifting weights, I'm going to incorporate that, but I'm going to have to incorporate more protein and carbs than it calls for. However, what I think Optavia is going to help me with is to stay with that 6 meals a day, because I'm not the type person to eat 6 times per day. However, I've already eaten 2 things today, or twice today, and so the whole point is to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, and so I've done that already today. If it wasn't for Optavia, I can promise you I would not have eaten over twice already today. And so the first thing I had was a protein shake, and the second thing I had was a protein bar. It has cereal, macaroni and cheese, muffins, all kinds of stuff like that. And so I'm going to continue to use that, but just to add things to it so that I can meet the macronutrients that I need to meet for my new workout goals and things of that nature. And I think I talked about that in another video, so I won't talk about that here.